Animals are the main victims of history and the treatment of domesticated animals. In industrial farms is perhaps the worst crime in history. Religion is a deal, whereas spirituality is a journey. Drinking lots of Coca-Cola will not make you young, will not make you healthy, and will not make you athletic. Rather, it increases your chances of suffering from obesity and diabetes. Yet for decades Coca-Cola has invested billions of dollars in linking itself to youth, health and sports, and billions of humans subconsciously believe in this linkage. At present, people are happy to give away their most valuable asset, their personal data, in exchange for free email services and funny cat videos. It's a bit like African and Native American tribes, who unwittingly sold entire countries to European imperialists in exchange for colorful beads and cheap trinkets. Homo sapiens is just not built for satisfaction. Human happiness depends less on objective condition and more on our own expectations. Expectations, however, tend to adapt to conditions, including to the condition of other people. When things improve, expectations balloon, and consequently even dramatic improvement in conditions might leave us as dissatisfied as before. Humans think in stories rather than in facts, numbers, or equations, and the simpler the story, the better. Humans were always far better at inventing tools than using them wisely. If you are really in love with someone, you never worry about the meaning of life. If you cannot afford to waste time, you will never find the truth. If you really want to understand yourself, you should not identify with your Facebook account or with the inner story of the self. Instead, you should observe the actual flow of body and mind. You will see thoughts, emotions, and desires appear and disappear without much reason, and without any command from you, just as different winds blow from this or that direction and mess up your hair. If you want reliable information, pay good money for it. If you get your news for free, you might well be the product. If you want to know the truth about the universe, about the meaning of life, and about your own identity, the best place to start is by observing suffering and exploring what it is. In a world deluged by irrelevant information, clarity is power. It is my firm belief that the best way to fix the world, a handyman's dream, if ever there was one, is to fix yourself. It takes a lot of courage to fight biases and oppressive regimes, but it takes even greater courage to admit ignorance and venture into the unknown. Morality doesn't mean following divine commands. It means reducing suffering. Hence, in order to act morally, you don't need to believe in any myth or story. You just need to develop a deep appreciation of suffering. One of the greatest fictions of all is to deny the complexity of the world and think in absolute terms. One potential remedy for human stupidity is a dose of humility. Philosophers are very patient people, but engineers are far less patient, and investors are the least patient of all. Silence isn't neutrality, it is supporting the status quo.